311 Day helping out in the video department there.
You get what?
Huh? Rick Hexum?
And he's...
311? Isn't Nick Hexum the guy in 311?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Pardon me. It was completely random. Well, listen. Hey.
It was between him and a guy named Almond. So I went with...
Almond was going to be helping out. I'll have Cleveland Charge tickets for you in a bit. Tool tickets, the last pair for that show, around 5:20. A friend of mine went to the Tool show at the United Center last night, and she sent me some video, and it looked great. Trouble with the Tool show is you can never tell through video what song they're playing. It's just one giant wall of sound, and but it looked awesome. Next week, I'll have tickets for you to see comedian Mark Norman. He's doing the Agora, the All Over the Road tour. In June, Bill Burr is going to do the Romo Fijo end of next month. So I'll have Bill Burr tickets for you. And also, if you just want to cut through all that and go see some rock and roll, Dragon Force is going to play the Agora April 6th.
What was that other huge event next Friday and Saturday?
I think Bill Squire at the Funny Stop.
That's the one.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
That is what you're thinking of.
All right.
You can get those tickets at funnystop.com.
Who's going to be with you on that? Do you have support?
I don't know.
I tend to my own. I tend to
know.
my own garden. I don't know.
I think Brad Bishop, I think, is one of the guys that's going to be on the show. He's a funny guy.
Okay.
He's from down Canton, Alliance Way. And then I think Bill Stone. So
okay.
Those are the ones that I know of. But I mean,
was Bill Stone the guy that I met at the bowling thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I get to see Pete, which is always the best. I love Pete.
Sure.
And he'll go, Bill Squire, where's Alan Cox? He never come and visit me.
That is true. That is true. I never haul my ass to Cuyahoga Falls to visit Pete. One of these days.
One of these days you'll get down there.
Alan, does that cruise ship guy pay taxes? I don't know. On what? I mean, he doesn't have an income.
Yeah.
He's spending his money to live on a cruise ship. I don't know. Don't know. A lot of people think that guy killed somebody. He just wants to be out in international waters. And again, I mean, I'm surprised you can be on a ship all year long.
Yeah.
I mean, those ships have to go in and restock, and they have to, I don't know how that works. That's the thing that I would be curious about. The headline, obviously, is like, here's a guy who lives on a cruise ship. I'm curious about the logistics of it.
It's an interesting life. I do like the idea of just having everything kind of taken care of for you. It's a very leisurely life.
Brian wanted me to go into the logistics of the delays with our new studios, and I don't have any details. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
He said he works in logistics, supply chain, and project management. I know things go sideways all the time, but how did they miss the date by a year? I genuinely don't know. I don't have any info on that. He wanted I want to know, what did he say? I want to hear how whoever's running the project gets berated every day at work and then goes home to an empty house because their spouse left. He went off on a whole thing here. Started to get a little incoherent. But yeah, I don't know. Our understanding is that our move-in date downtown now has been delayed until November. So, again, I have gotten no official communication to that effect. I'm just hearing second and third hand. So there's always, listen, man, you know what? No 2 days are the same around here. It's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Right? Working hard or hardly working. Hard to tell. But who cares? I don't care where we are. As long as we're spending time with you, our dear listener. Because what else would we do? Alan, if you retired tomorrow, what would the rest of the show do to pay the bills? I don't know. Poundcake would go off and get his own gig.
Be a bank robber.
Bill would be a bank robber.
Rob banks.
Mary would still be on the road. I don't think life would change for her.
I would probably do comedy more. To go on the road or try and get another radio job.
I'd produce OnlyFans content.
For whom?
I don't know. I would have my own business. Let me film it.
Are you retiring tomorrow? Do I have to make plans?
No.
Okay.
Michael was like, Oh, I assume just a one-line, shower thought. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I make kind of a lot of passive income from stand-up already. So I could go back to just doing stand-up full-time if I wanted to, but I like doing radio. I like coming in here and being creative every day, and I don't love being on the road.
Once the bug gets you.
Man, it's, I did it for 8 years, and it's brutal. Even when you're doing it at a high level, it's still just a lot of time away. And I don't have that much of a desire. I'm doing a few things here and there, like I'm doing a show in Pittsburgh coming up. I'm doing, but the way Mary's doing it right now, she's always stressed out. And I don't need that stress,
she's
man.
Like, I got to drive to here and then drive to there, and I got to do this and I got to do that.
And she's doing it.
She's doing it.
That chapter of my life is by me now.
Probably triggers you.
It's just it reminds me of, because there's parts of it you go, oh man, that would be so fun doing that, but then you hear about all the other stuff and you go, well, if I were to go back on the road, I would do it in a much more low key way than I was, stringing a bunch of shows together. I would really just try and go to the places where I can sell tickets, make some money, and do it that way. I'm not going to try and like route everything and try and be gone for weeks at a time.
Somebody has a good idea that you could still host ACS, Alan's Colleagues Show.
There you go.
And Poundcake, as he said, will produce OnlyFans content.
He gives up that easily.
He what?
Instead of trying to get another radio show or anything like that, he's just like, nah, I'll just move to the OnlyFans space.
But he should do something. But he clearly doesn't have like an intense desire to have his own thing. He should do what he wants to do, and if he wants to produce OnlyFans content, that's what he should do.
How would your mom feel about that, Poundcake?
He wouldn't tell her.
No, I would
She'd
tell
find
her.
out.
I'd tell her.
You tell her?
Yeah, I'd tell her. She wouldn't care. I'm producing it, not starring in it. I'd produce other people. So like, let me film you. I'll edit it, and then I'll post it for you. I'll be your own little marketing.
This lets him get a peeky peek.
Exactly.
And
It's
you
a
think
win-win.
there's someone that wants you to? Why do you think you'd be good at that?
I thought the hook of OnlyFans was that everyone produced their own content. Like it takes out the middleman. It's democratized content creation.
Yeah, but
That's the point of these things.
Sometimes you can't get the best angle because you're trying to operate the camera all by yourself.
The camera is a phone.
I understand that, but you still want to get a nice angle.
That's what the tripods are for. I'm just saying, I don't know that. I mean,
from someone who
unless you know something I don't. I mean,
from a consumer of OnlyFans, sometimes they don't get the best angles on their little phone.
But you're also going to have to film a lot of people doing OnlyFans to make a living, because they don't pay those people. Like, they're not paying them premium to film that stuff.
I know. It's a labor of love.
by the way, he's not doing it for the money.
He's doing it for the love.
Doing it for the love of the game. There is a show, I meant to tell Poundcake about this. I have it on my calendar because I like Jake Johnson a lot. He was in a show called New Girl. He's done some things here and there. He's one of the voices of Spider-Man in the multiverse or whatever. He's one of the Spider-Men in the cartoon. And there's a new show on HBO that is premiering next week called Minx. And it is set in the 70s, and it's about a woman who's trying to get a feminist magazine off the ground. And she goes into business with Jake Johnson's character, who is a porn producer. And the rap on this show is it has a lot of full frontal male nudity in it.
Excellent.
So there is a lot of peen in this new show, Minx.
But the thing
That is going on all these shows, right? Like Righteous Gemstones, they love showing male dong. Euphoria, I guess, has a lot of it. Pam and Tommy, there's a whole scene.
I haven't started that yet.
There's a whole scene where
But
Tommy's
that's
talking.
germane to the plot. It better have some dong and Pam and Tommy.
Well, there's a whole scene, and it's taken from his book where he's having a conversation with his penis.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Tommyland.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm so desensitized to it now. I don't care for full frontal flaccid peen. If you really want to impress me, let me see your rod. Like, you got to be full frontal and erect.
Well, I don't know how much of that is in the show. I'm just passing it along to you. I don't even know if you have HBO Max.
I think I have it through my phone provider.
Okay.
My service provider.
Well, the show premieres on St. Patrick's Day.
And Jason Mantzoukas does the voice of Tommy Lee's penis.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Boy, that guy. It's one of my wife's celebrity crushes
Yeah.
is Jason Mantzoukas. Yeah, so just FYI, Poundcake.
Sweet.
What's the plot of that show?
The plot of it is it's in the 1970s, and there's a woman who is trying to create. She's like, there's all these men's magazines. I'm trying to create like a feminist magazine, right, for
spell it, by the
women.
way?
Huh? Minx. But all these guys are like, why would she comes across as a little too militant because she's trying to make. And this Jake Johnson, who's a porn producer, goes, hey, listen, you got to make the medicine go down a little bit easier. Let's make it a feminist magazine by having naked men rather than naked women. And I guess that's the premise of the show. And so as such, there's a whole lot of ween in this show.
Love it.
I thought he might.
I don't know. I don't know how everyone's like not gay. Men are just
You don't know how everyone's not gay.
Yes, men are just so
Disgusting.
emotionally.
That's how we're not
yes.
all gay.
But
no, physically too. We're not. That's why
Yeah.
we're not all gay.
How you feel about men is how we feel about women.
Yes.
Where women are just
And I
so
just don't get it.
beautiful, and like
best.
there's the way they smell, and their skin is so touchable.
There are centuries of men too, but centuries of women carved in marble for a good reason. Now, sure, there are a lot of boys carved in marble too if you go far enough back, but you take my point. So anyway, a show for the little guy, if you take my drift, that's going to be on HBO next week. And I hope it's good. I hope they give it some time. HBO doesn't seem to let shows really hang on too long if people don't watch them.
Yeah, but
They
I
used to
think
have a show called Vinyl that I loved and nobody watched.
I think they know how to, like, they know if it's going to be a success or not. Like, they know if it's going to have an audience going forward. And
Well,
I
all
think
the streamers
Vinyl,
now.
I wanted to like that show. I didn't love it.
I liked it. I liked Roadies on Showtime with MGK. That didn't last. All the streamers now, they're all looking at data.
Yeah.
So they can all see what people are watching.
Right.
But some of these streamers, man, there'll be shows that doesn't seem like that many people are watching, but they keep them on there. Maybe that's for international audiences or something. I don't know. But
There's a show.
they've already canceled Nick Cannon's show after 6 months.
Yep, one season.
Is it one season already?
Yeah, it's been one season. Well, they said one season.
Nick Cannon sold.
Did you hear about the show? What is it? New cherry flavor?
Yeah,
Brand new cherry flavor.
Yeah, I mentioned that a few months back.
Okay, and you watched it? Because there's a thing going around on TikTok where it's like blind react to this sex scene on episode 4.
I kind of got through half the season, and then I was like, I don't know that this is keeping my interest.
Yeah, well, in episode 4, and I watched the sex scene, and it's weird. It's real weird.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I like the people
'Cause
who were in it.
It's not what you're expecting at all. And I don't know anything about the show, but there's basically this. I don't want to give it away, but it's like episode 4, like 35 minutes in. There's this.
Yeah, I saw that episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the, but you saw, so you know what sex scene I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird. But
Yeah.
like people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen." I'm like, "No, it's just weird."
Well,
'Cause
that whole show
show's weird.
Yes,
yeah,
the
like,
whole
it's just like
show
a drug hallucination
is
show.
very, very weird. Yeah. That's another show I don't know if they'll continue. But yeah, it's okay. Maybe I'll go back to it. I only made it through half the season.
I'm just getting ready for
And I don't watch Euphoria because I'm not
a child.
17.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's that's not made for me.
Right. I'm also, and if you watch it, that's fine. But I have no interest in watching that show whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, we're getting close to playoff basketball time and baseball. I'm not gonna have to watch any other TV besides sports for a while.
Sure.
And I like that.
Yeah.
I like watching live sports.
Yeah, the Nick Cannon show, I don't know if... Nick Cannon's a funny dude, man. I mean, not literally. He's not funny at all. But, I mean, Nick Cannon's very, very strange to me. He's back on the radio. They gave him this talk show because he's good on other things. I mean, I know that's kind of... The system kind of perpetuates itself in a weird way. He's a dude who made a career out of like a lot of flash, but very little substance. I'm still not quite sure what, because I know I think he considers himself maybe a stand-up, but he's not particularly funny. Wild and Out was his thing for a while, but it's like he doesn't seem too bright. He's just always got something going on. And so I think people have this notion, because producers saw him filling in for Wendy Williams. They're like, this guy's great. He's personable, blah, blah, blah. And so they gave him his own show that nobody cared about. So it's this weird, it's like people who think that Ben Shapiro is smart because he talks real fast. You know, like, well, he's jamming a lot of words into sentences. He must really know something, you know? Nick Cannon is like that to me. He's still hosting he used to host America's Got Talent, but now he hosts he calls it the Masked Singer. Masked Singer. Yeah. And that's a #1 show.
Yeah.
But people aren't going there for him. So they're like, well, he's hosting a #1 show. Yeah, I mean, he seems personable enough. Mariah Carey let him leave it in. That counts for something.
Man, she was so hot. She's still hot. I still like her. But man, like going back to like 1990s Mariah Carey. God damn, she was
Well, yeah,
hot.
when you're 21,
Right,
you're going to be, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she was so good.
Sure. Yeah. And your boy Juicy got
Supple.
5 months?
He's on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Poundcake said Juicy wouldn't get any time. And I tended to believe him because I figured they would just give him probation.
I thought he was going to get probation too, but
You got 5 months. Although I do like how he's doubling down on being innocent. He's trying to make it sound like people are out to get him.
and Poundcake's buying in.
No, he's not.
Poundcake's buying into that. That's what he's saying.
Stop it.
Illuminati stuff, man.
It's
yes,
not,
it is.
though.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Shut up, Bill. I'm serious.
It's not.
He's
It's
not.
so dumb.
Why does he have to be mentally ill?
I didn't say he was mentally ill. What I said was this guy's trying to make it sound like he's a dummy who blew his golden ticket.
No,
That's what he did.
That's easy to believe.
Yes, because you're familiar with Occam's razor, right? He gets 5 months. He's got to pay a bunch of money to the city of Chicago. He's got to pay. I'll play the clip here. He had a little statement after they sentenced him.
But real quick, Poundcake, what's Occam's razor?
I don't know. Wait, the easiest conclusion is probably the right one?
All things being equal, the simplest solution,
Well, it's
simplest
not equal.
explanation is likely the correct one.
All things are not equal.
In a situation in which all things are equal, the simplest explanation. Here's Jussie Smollett.
While in jail, Smollett also begins 30 months of probation. He was also ordered to pay more than $120,000 in restitution to the city of Chicago and a $25,000 fine. The disgraced actor then addressing the court.
I am not suicidal.
Okay?
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that.
Hey, he is a good actor. I take back what I said. I'm not suicidal. The implication is somebody's out to get me. And if I end up hanged in my cell, I want you to know I'm not suicidal. Somebody's out to get me. Stop it. Why can't anybody just go, man, I tried and I got caught?
No.
They're always doubling down on some stupid story. His grandma's out there blaming the media. The media.
No.
Like the Chicago Tribune and Channel 9 framed Jussie Smollett. I don't know what you dummies would do without the media as a punching bag, by the way. I'd like to say,
you're part of it.
as a member of the media, I would like to say, you're welcome, by the way. Because otherwise you'd have to look at yourself and, woo, doggy. We know that ain't fun. I'm not suicidal. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Do you 5 months? Get out. Go back to work. He got caught making up some dumb crap that everybody knew was fake.
I would watch that porn.
He's got a one-track mind, this kid.
does,
He's got a one.
That's why he wants to go into OnlyFans.
You might get your chance.
Well,
Jussie Smollett might be the first OnlyFans content that you get to produce.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think after he gets out, the only way I could see him working in Hollywood in entertainment capacity would be reality TV.
Listen, I think if people think that he's talented, or that if people in Hollywood think that he somehow got a raw deal, I guarantee there'll be people who want to work with him. That's fine. He should. He does his time. He comes out and starts to work again. But knock it off with the doubling down on your story.
But that's the thing.
I'm innocent, and if something happens to me,
That's what makes it so hard to believe. The fact that
he's going to do 5 months in Cook County Jail. So yeah, something might happen to
he's in
him.
protective custody.
Why? What protective custody? They're going to put him in county jail.
He's a celebrity. And
So what?
Because they're not going to put someone like him in gin pop, as Erica used to say.
You don't know what they're going to do. It says he gets 150 days in Cook County Jail.
I just read that he's in protective custody.
Well, wasn't Epstein in protective custody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure was.
Worked out.
Well.
Anywho, I got to move on. If you're on hold, I'll get you on the way back. If you want to text 35192, I'll have G League tickets for you. I want to see your Cleveland Charge take on the College Park Skyhawks from